What's up, you guys? My name is Peace, and today I'm back to answer a question that's on everybody's mind. Is New York an attorney state? So today's setup is a little bit different. I actually have to go pretty soon, so instead of the whole setup that I usually do, I decided to plop down in front of you guys and quickly discuss this topic. I do apologize in advance if you hear any noise in the background. Also, my nails are pretty dingy, so let's ignore that. I have to get them done soon. Before I decided to become a loan signing agent, one of the things that made me hesitate was the fact that New York was listed as an attorney state. For those of you that don't know, in this industry there are two different types of states when it comes to conducting loan signings, okay? One state is called an escrow state, while the other is called an attorney state. Before I go any further, I'm going to break things down a little bit more so I can properly explain the difference. The final step of a real estate transaction is called a closing, where documents are signed and notarized. In an escrow state, escrow companies, escrow officers, title officers, settlement agents, whatever you want to call them, are in charge of handling the closing proceedings. Essentially, they are a neutral third party that ensures that both parties fulfill their end of the bargain when it comes to real estate transaction, whether that be making sure that the seller home passes inspection or that the buyer has enough funds to close. They do their own due diligence on their part, and they tend to hire signing agents like us to complete the signing portion of the closing. That's how we make money. But in an attorney state, an attorney handles the closing proceedings. The rules are a little bit different from state to state, but the bottom line is an attorney has to be present at the closing, whether that be in person or over the phone. And because the attorney has to be there, they tend to do the closings at their office and have the documents signed and notarized in-house. It is absolutely possible to make money in an attorney state. It's just an extra obstacle that signing agents have to overcome, because if you think about it, it makes more sense for the signer to go into the office since the attorney has to be there anyway, and that eliminates the purpose of sending a loan signing agent to meet the signer. But there is a workaround, especially if the attorney only needs to be there over the phone. With that, there's a possibility of sending a loan signing agent to the signer's home and just having a conference call with the attorney over the phone. So now that I've explained the difference, you should understand why I was kind of sad when I found out that New York was an attorney state. I already knew it was going to be hard enough for me to find work, especially as a newbie. So to think that my chances of finding work would be even less likely, especially if attorneys are handling the closings in-house, just made me not even want to become a loan signing agent at all. But even with knowing that, the fact that I knew it was still possible to make money even if it was an attorney state made me keep going. So you can only imagine my surprise when I started doing my signings and did not need not a single attorney. Because no, I was really out here worrying for no reason, because New York laws want to be so vague and confuse everybody. And the fact that all the blog posts that I read said that New York was an attorney state did not help my case. So if you were like me and you were nervous about the whole attorney aspect of things, your big sis Peace got you. And I'm here to tell you that that's not something you need to worry about. I have never needed an attorney present during a signing for property located in New York. Notice how I specified the property location. And this is because if the property is located in a true attorney state like Connecticut or something, an attorney will have to be present over the phone during the signing. And to be honest, it's not that bad. In fact, I prefer to have an attorney there over the phone because they're essentially there just to make sure that the signer understands what they're signing. And the reason why I prefer it is because, for one, the process of how I usually do my signings anyway stays exactly the same. The only difference now is that I have my phone now and there's an attorney on the phone. And two, signers are almost always going to have some kind of question or want some type of clarification on what exactly they're signing. And I can only answer their questions if it's something I can point to in the documents. I can't always answer their questions, and it's so so convenient to have the attorney there on the phone to answer those questions instead of having to stop the signing, call a loan officer just to have those questions answered. Especially if it's a really early or really late signing and their title company is in a completely different state, in a completely different time zone. It can be so frustrating when you can't connect to anybody to answer these questions. But with an attorney on the phone, the process goes by so quickly. So yeah, I can confidently say that New York is not a true attorney state. And although some companies may choose to hire attorneys to handle their closing proceedings, others may choose to hire signing agents like us. And just to make sure that y'all know I'm not talking out the side of my neck, I'm gonna call the Department of State and get a representative on the phone to confirm whether or not New York is an attorney state.
For English, press 9.
Para español.
Welcome to the New York Department of State Division of Licensing Services call center.
Hello?
Good afternoon, this is the New York Department of State. We are returning your call. How can we help you?
Hi, so my name is Peace, and I just had a quick question regarding whether or not New York is an attorney state.
An attorney state?
Yes, in regards to real estate closings.
Okay, what do you mean by closing? Because people admitted specifically, and I was wording specifically to the New York State Bar, are allowed to do real estate transactions as though they were a real estate broker.
Yes, so in regards to real estate transactions during a closing, in some states attorneys are required to be present at the closing, and in other states there's no need for that. Yeah, so I just had a question regarding whether or not that's necessary for you.
As far as I know of, no, but I'm not allowed to answer directly. Are you near a computer?
Yes, I'm near a computer. Hello, this is Peace from the future. So because he wasn't allowed to answer me directly, he had me go onto their website and forward my question to the legal counsel office. This is a screenshot of what I sent to them. But we all know how New York rolls. They ain't gonna get back to me for the next 6 months. But the fact that he said no and I haven't needed an attorney during any of my closings is hopefully evidence enough that New York is not an attorney state. And I can forward my question to them.
That's it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Have a good day.
Thank you, both of us. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Go.
So there you have it. New York is not an attorney state. I hope this video eased some of y'all's anxiety towards the whole attorney state bit, because I know I was nervous about that when I first started out, and I've spoken to some of y'all and I know that was a concern that y'all had. If you've made it to the end of this video, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Doing so exposes my content to people who have the exact same questions and concerns as you. Happy signing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.